beautiful passing play right there, Sean.
What a save! Woo! Talk about a move.
Welcome to GCH Podcast. I'm your host, Ben W. Stock. We are live here at the Miha Championships here at Frazier Big Boy Arena in Detroit, Michigan. We are going to do a quick run through of the scores that have happened so far. Starting at 9 a.m., we have 2 rinks going on, 32 teams. Who's going to take the ship? Let's find out. So the first game between the Detroit Revolution and the Grand Rapids Crusaders saw the Detroit Revolution, the hometown rink here is in Big Boy Arena, and the hometown team took the W 6-3. Next up was the Detroit Fuel against the Mid-Michigan Saints, and the Fuel fell short 8-5 to the Saints. Up next, the Lansing Street Sharks taking on the Indian Line. They would take the W 7-9. The Detroit Desperados versus the Columbus Heat would see the Heat lose 5-4. The Grove City Thunderbirds and the Mid-Michigan Saints, that was a 1-3 victory for the Saints. Up next, you had the Detroit Revolution taking on the Great Lakes Growlers, and it was all Detroit Revolution as it was 9-3. The Windy City Pigeons took on the Detroit Revolution, and the Detroit Revolution decided to add to their previous win and took the number 1 overall seed for their bracket. They won 5-1. Up next, you saw the Indian Line taking on the Detroit Fuel, and that was all Fuel as it was 4-0. The Lansing Street Sharks will take on the Windy City Syndicate in T3 action, and it was the Lansing Street Sharks winning 7-2. Then you had the Buffalo Fusion taking on the Detroit Desperados, and the Desperados laid a hurt on the Fusion, and as it was 10-4. The Mid-Michigan Saints took out the Chicago Hitmen 7-2, and the Chicago Tropics took out the Detroit Revolution in T3 action. So stay tuned. We'll have another update, but I'm your host, Ben W. Stock. That's up. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Ben W. Stock, for the GCH Podcast Championship score update on Saturday, live here at the rink at Big Boy Arena. You probably hear the folks in the background. T2 action, we saw the Buffalo New Era take out the Windy City Syndicate 5-4, while the Cincy Kings took out the Detroit Smoke 7-3. Up next in the T4 division, in T4 action, you had the Mid-Michigan Saints take out the Indian Line. The Grand Rapids Crusaders took out the Windy City Pigeons, along with the Buffalo Fusion taking out the Chicago Mary Pats, and the Chicago PPP taking out the Buffalo Herd. Back to T2 action, we saw the Fresh Coast lose to a shootout to the Detroit Revolution, the hometown heroes here at Big Boy Hockey Arena in Frazier, Michigan. The Mighty Gloctopus fell short to the Buffalo New Era. The Detroit Smoke loses to the A team, aka the Sixers, on your score sheets, ladies and gentlemen. In T3 action, you saw the Columbus Heat beat the Buffalo Fusion. You saw the Chicago Hitmen take out the Grove City Thunderbirds 5-2. And the Windy City Syndicate losing 6-4 to Indian Line. Back in T4 action, you saw the Buffalo Herd lose to the Windy City Syndicate, and you saw the Chicago Mary Pats finally get back into the W with a 7-2 victory over the Motown Knights. Stay tuned. We'll have an updated list as to who's going to make it to the championship brackets. All right, I'm your host, Ben W. Stock. Take care. Welcome back. More score updates. So, in T2 division, we had the Detroit Revolution taking on the Cincy Kings, and it was the Cincy Kings who came away with the hard-fought 4-3 victory in T2. In T3 action, we saw the Great Lakes Growlers take on the Chicago Tropics in the last T3 division game of the night, as it was a Chicago Tropics victory, 7-4. Up next, we have some more T2 action. We had the A team, or this now known as the Sixers. They took on the Windy City Syndicate, and that was a final score of 5-4 for the Syndicate. The Galactopus taking on the Fresh Coast, and it was a 7-4 victory for the Fresh Coast in that T2 division matchup. The final division is the T4. We had the Chicago Triple P dropping a close one to the Windy City Syndicate, 4-3, and the Buffalo Fusion knock out the Motown Knights in this first day of competitions at championships. Welcome back, everybody. We are live here at Big Boy Hockey Arena in Fraser, Michigan. The T4B bracket has finally been finalized. Taking the number 1 overall seed in the B bracket is your Detroit Revolution. Number 2, the Grand Rapids Crusaders. Number 3, the Windy City Pigeons. Number 4, the Mid-Michigan Saints. Number 5, the hometown Detroit Fuel. And number 6, Indian Line. And in T3B action, coming in at number 1 is your Detroit Desperados. Number 2 is the Columbus Heat. Number 3 is the Buffalo Fusion. Number 4 is the Lansing Street Sharks. Number 5, Indian Line. And number 6, the Windy City Syndicate. Those are your T3B bracket championship bouts. Good luck to those teams, and we'll see what T3A and T4A brackets look like here in a few moments. Back to you, Ben. Thanks, Ben. T3A action saw the Mid-Michigan Saints take the number 1 seed, followed by the Chicago Hitmen at number 2. The 3 seed will go to the Grove City Thunderbirds. Number 4 is the Chicago Tropics. Detroit Revolution came in at number 5, and the Great Lakes Growlers will take the number 6 seed going into the T3A championship round. Good luck to all those teams. Ben, we'll send it right back to you. In the T2B division, we had the Detroit Revolution taking the 5th seed. We had the Windy City Syndicate taking the 6th seed. The Mighty Galactopus coming in at number 7. And the Detroit Smoke taking the 8th and final slot in the T2B action. Good luck to those teams in T2B. Up next, T2A saw the Cincy Kings take the number 1 overall seed, followed by the Buffalo New Era. Number 3 seed was the Fresh Coast, and rounding it out in the top 4 is the Sixers. Good luck, teams. Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 a.m. if you can't make it to the rink tomorrow at Big Boy Arena in Fraser, Michigan. We broadcast bright and early at 8 a.m. on our YouTube channel. Type in Grove City Hockey in your search bar. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Cheers.